Hey, it is Tim here with Synergy Fitness Bootcamp, and what I wanted to talk to you guys about real quick today was hydrostatic body fat testing, what it's all about, and how it's going to help you lose body fat. You guys always have questions about how to lose body fat, what is a good testing method, where to start, and all the details. So I'm going to let you talk to Aaron, who's actually holding the camera right now. Here's his truck. And what we are going to do is head on inside and chat with Aaron, so I'll see you guys in there. Hey, so here we are inside the truck where all the magic happens, and I've got Aaron with me who's going to kind of describe the process of what hydrostatic testing is, what it'll do for you, and then like what is even the point, because if you want to lose body fat, and like if you are okay with the body fat levels you have, like if you look good naked and you like yourself, you can turn this off. But if you think you could look better and like you want less body fat, this is totally going to be for you. So, dude, what is hydrostatic testing?
Well, hydrostatic testing is underwater testing, okay? What does that mean? Well, when you go underwater and you blow your air out, you sink to the bottom.
So like, this big thing I'm sitting on right now is a tank, and it's filled with water. It's actually warm, right?
It's warm water, chlorinated, filtered.
So, warm, clean water, which is good. And you'll have your suit on, so throw a suit on, jump in the tank. There's a scale inside of this tank, which is pretty cool. And so based on, I don't understand the process.
Okay. Well, what I do is before you get in, we weigh you before you get in. It's called your dry weight. So we weigh you before you get in the tank, and then you're going to get in the tank and you're going to go underwater. When you go underwater, you're going to blow all your air out. Okay, what that does is that makes you sink to the bottom. Okay, I've got a scale on the bottom, so you're actually going to sink to the bottom. I'm going to weigh you. That's your lean mass. Because air and fat make you float, when you take air out of the equation, only thing pointing off my scale is fat.
So body fat, the more you float, so basically the less you weigh underwater, because the more fat you have, the higher your body fat percentage?
Absolutely. So you want to weigh more underwater. It's a good thing to weigh more underwater. That means you have more lean mass, more muscle. It looks better than fat, so we want to weigh more underwater.
Alright, so then the data that you get from the scale weight underwater is what? Resting metabolic rate? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Okay, well, your resting metabolic rate is the amount of calories you're burning a day at rest, okay?
So to know your resting metabolic, so you gotta, like, to lose fat, it's different for everybody, right? Like, you can't just kind of eat healthy, or you can't just eat 1,200 calories if you're a girl, or whatever, 1,700 calories if you're a guy. You gotta know, like, your specific numbers, right?
Yeah, everybody's different. Everybody, you can't go online, you can't find an equation online. It's going to tell you it's going to tell everybody the same amount of calories burned, which just isn't accurate. Okay, you've got to find the lean mass, because lean mass is what burns calories. So when we can find that in underwater, we find your lean mass. We can put it into a formula to get your accurate resting metabolic rate.
Got it. So here's the deal with resting metabolic rate, guys. Your RMR is your number specific to you based on the test here, which is based on your actual specific body fat percentage. That's why this guy is so important, because what you can measure, you can manage. Like some of you out there I know have tried to lose body fat, lose weight, and you just wind up sometimes heavier and a lot more frustrated. That sucks. And the reason it happens is because you don't know your specific number. So when you know that number, it's really, really easy actually. Here's what happens. You have your resting metabolic rate. That's the amount of calories that your body needs to maintain where it is right now, basically. So as long as you're eating that number, your body is cool, and it doesn't think that you're not feeding it enough, so it won't go into starvation mode. When it goes into starvation mode, if you eat under your resting metabolic rate, it's going to hang on to all the food that you eat and store it as body fat, because it thinks that it's not going to get fed at some point in the future. It's a whole epigenetic process. That's a different conversation for another time. So you have to get at least your resting metabolic rate, which Aaron will tell you, which is specific to you. And when you do that, and you keep your calories at around 40% protein, 40% low glycemic carbs. And low glycemic carbs are things like veggies, quinoa, sweet potatoes, oatmeal, things that digest really slowly. It's going to give you a slow upload of energy into your system and a slow release of insulin, because insulin is, Aaron taught me this one, the body's clearing and storing hormones. So it clears the food that you eat out of your system and it stores it as energy in your muscle tissue or in your fat cells. So low glycemic carbs, slow insulin release, and then 20% healthy fats. And we'll design all that for you when you come to boot camp. And actually, there is a really cool offer for body fat testing. If you just want to know what your body fat test is and you don't want to do boot camp, that's totally cool. There's a really cool offer. It's going to be below this video. Check out the links. And for 2 sessions of body fat testing, so you can have a starting and a stopping point to know that whatever you're doing is working. Or or if you want to do body fat testing plus boot camp, I'll guarantee your fat loss results over a 4-week period. So you'll body fat test here with Aaron, boot camp, and then body fat test again, so that you know what we're doing is working, and I'll design a meal plan for you and all that good stuff. But super important guy here, because if you don't come see him, you're not going to know what your numbers are, and if you don't know what your numbers are, you'll wind up frustrated. What you can measure, you can manage. That's all I got, man. What do you want to leave him with? Any thoughts?
Hey, come see me. You know, Aaron at bodyanalyticstx.com. If you need to get a hold of me, that's my email. Go to www.bodyanalyticstx.com. I've got a calendar on there. You can find me anywhere in Austin and surrounding areas. So I'll be happy to give you all the information you need to get you going on your weight loss program, okay?
Cool, man. Guys, thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching. See you next time.